Welcome back, Kryptonians, to the Chart Experts continuing coverage of Bitcoin and the crypto charts. Okay, so this was a video that I was not expecting to be doing, really. So the price of Bitcoin has extended significantly higher than we were expecting, hitting circa $90,000, which is around $17,000 above the prior all-time high. Okay. Now, in these sort of circumstances, when something unexpected happens in the market, it's very important. Something that I've learned over the last, what is it? I can't remember how many years it's been now, but in excess of 15 years doing this work. It's very important to keep your discipline, to keep a cool head, and to actually look at what price is doing, rather than quite easily giving into FOMO and making irrational decisions, okay, or chasing the market, which is what usually results in these circumstances. All we are doing is reading the story on the chart, and this is not financial advice. Okay, so let's get started with looking at what's actually happened with price. Now, one thing that I'd like to point out to you, because you may be looking at this chart and thinking, okay, well, the chart experts were expecting a pullback. It didn't happen. Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin is, the usual narratives that we see. Bitcoin is a completely different market, and it's special, and so on and so on. Okay. No, it isn't. Okay. When we're looking at the market, we've looked at Bitcoin in the past. It has done what we expected it to do. Okay. So here it's done something slightly different. Okay. But it's I would say it's not the end of the world. Okay. Yes, this market is significantly higher, but this price that we're looking at has a story, and it's important for us to read that story in order for us to forecast what might happen next. Okay. Now, what we know when we use Wyckoff, which is our main methodology for looking at the market, along with Elliott wave analysis and so on, when we use the Wyckoff analysis, we look at the structure of price and we ask ourselves the question of cause and effect. Okay, so here what we can do is we can point to this sideways accumulation occurring, causing that, okay, causing the pump up in price. And we can look at this distribution here, okay, causing that movement in price. Now, when we look at the market, at the Bitcoin market since, what is it, around 15k, what we've seen is very shallow pullbacks. Okay, so we can look at this area here as a shallow pullback, and this area here, which we were expecting to be a much deeper pullback, and then price moved higher. Okay, we're not seeing the cause and effect of a bull market, okay, right now. Even though price is higher than a previous all-time high, some 17,000 higher, which is significant. I'm not downplaying that. Okay, but there hasn't been the distribution or the accumulation to lead to that, to a ripping, roaring bull market. Okay, had price moved lower, consolidated, for example, and then moved higher, then yes. Okay, then we're looking at cause leading to an effect. Okay, so I'm going to remain cautiously skeptical about the chances of this market continuing to go irrationally higher. Okay, because there just hasn't been the cause for it. Okay, we also know that ETFs have not finished accumulating, as I've pointed to previously. This is all very weak, very reversible structure. Okay, any significant selling is likely to cause a collapse in the market. Okay, because we just haven't seen the accumulation, the sideways accumulation occurring here. Okay, so when I'm looking at this market, I'm thinking, okay, where's the wave 1 and 2 of for example, Elliott wave analysis leading to wave 3? And I can't see the wave 1 and 2. We were expecting for something of a, let's say the market were to, for example, do this and do that, that at least would be, it doesn't have to be a wave 1 and 2, it just needs to be sideways consolidation. Yeah. So here now we're looking at a very weak structure. Fine. Okay, if you want to call this a wave 5, we'd expect it to be a very short-lived and shallow wave 5, because there hasn't been the accumulation even within this wave structure. Even if this is a wave 1, for example, there hasn't been much in the way of sideways profit taking accumulation leading to a rip roaring move higher, either in a wave 3 or a wave 5. Okay, well, let's just ignore our skepticism and just say, okay, right, so if you look at this now, you can see that that wave there wasn't even a 1.618 extension of this alleged wave 1. Okay, if you understand Elliott wave analysis, you'll know what I'm talking about here. So this wave here suggests weakness. This whole structure, there is no wave 1 and 2. This arguably is a wave 3 and 4. Okay, and then, but it's a weak wave 1. It's a weak wave 3 leading to a wave 4. It just looks all over the place basically. Okay, in terms of structure, so we can't really be excited about this. I know the price is higher. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking it shouldn't be. Okay, so all I can do from this point of view is just say, okay, well, I'm interested to see what happens next, really. What we would expect to happen next, and let's just take off some of these markings here. What we would expect is to see a weak move higher here, a fake out higher, because there just hasn't been much fuel leading to that breakout higher, and then we'd expect to see something like this. Okay, and that would be interesting. Okay, so I know, inevitably when you're doing analysis on the markets, and when you see unbridled enthusiasm for a bull market and unexpected moves, you're bound to get criticism. Let's be honest about it. It's not the first time. I don't care, to be honest. I've seen the market do all sorts of things in the past, and it's always much better to keep your discipline, to keep your to understand how the market usually works, and to and to keep a cool head in every circumstance, and it just allows you to make much more well-informed decisions. So here I am. I'm going to stick to my guns and say that this market should not move higher. If it does, then oh well, it's doing something completely unexpected. We have to believe in our analysis, and we have to believe in trying to understand how the market works rather than just FOMO in, think that this market is somehow unexplainable, and despite all the evidence that we've seen previously, I'd much rather just keep a cool head, keep watching, and just find opportunities as and when they present themselves, and that's the way I've learnt to analyze the markets, and to make decisions, and that's the way it's going to continue. Okay, so we are always, just like we say previously, we're always looking for the discount. There is no discount here, so I'm not interested. Okay, I'm not interested in any market that is not presenting a discount. It's as simple as that. I don't care what it does. All I care about is finding opportunities, and none of this is financial advice. I hope this helps. It may not be of comfort to some people, but it's the way that we analyze markets. Okay. Hey, if you like this type of analysis, give us a thumbs up, share our videos, support us on Patreon, and till next time, take care of yourself and your crypto. Bye bye.